Hello and welcome back to another episode of Making Art in My Garage late at night. Little update. I just remembered yesterday that a couple years ago I came up with a character creation system. This is it right here. So I roll a 10-sided die for the age. So 1 is 12 through 17, 10 being 1001 through 5000. Then I have a gender. I roll a 6-sided die, 1 for male, 2 for female, 3 for both genders, 4 for none, castrated, 5 for none, and it's a robot or a golem or synthetic, and 6 is just, it's not a number that, if you roll 6 you re-roll. Then for the build, physical build, you roll 2 6-sided die. Maybe if I just show you, you can pause it. I don't know if it's focusing on that. So take a look at that, and then I guess maybe I'll pause it. Alright, and so there's magical affinity, there's the origin, where they're from, their intelligence level, their status or station in society. Then they have the race, and there's hybrid races. Then there's disabilities, and also... let's see, and then also nothing. Never mind. So here's a couple that I created back when I made up the system. These were just the first two that I had made. First one is age 75, sex, castrated female, build, tall/average, magic affinity, bound to source, which means you only have magical powers near a certain wellspring or some kind of obelisk or some kind of source. You're bound to that source of magic. Origin, plains, for my Magic the Gathering fans out there. Intelligence, teacher. Station or status, politician. And mutation, ears. And the race is a dwarf/shrub, because the hybrid race can be part plant. So take that with a grain of salt. So maybe a dwarf with shrubs growing out of her ears. The second character, age 23. Sex male, build fat, midget, magical affinity, consents magic, home, islands, intelligence, scholar, station, advisor, and I don't have a mutation and I didn't get a race, so I guess I didn't get that far. Anyways, this little character creation system is something that I wanted to implement throughout my drawing days. I think it'll be fun to have, maybe as I progress, maybe have daily themes like Character Creation Wednesdays. And then I had another idea. Since I really like miniatures, like Warhammer and Reaper and Ralpartha and all those fun things, I thought, wouldn't it be fun to grab a random miniature out of a bag and then draw it? Not like one for one, but reinterpret the character of the miniature in a larger format. I thought that might be fun. Also, I got some of my old idea books here. These are just my notebooks that I think I have videos talking about these, where I recommend to people to buy themselves some kind of notebook that's a small enough size to take with you wherever you go, and cheap enough to where you don't mind just writing whatever nonsense comes into your mind onto these pages. I think it's a very good habit to write down any ideas that you have. Because sometimes when you write down an idea, other ideas start to flow, and when you write stuff down, you can also visualize certain things by doing little sketches or doodles, which is, I think it's just really great. So, for example, here's just a couple pages of mine here. Let's see. So this is just some little wordplay. Heart isn't in the right place. Bad head on his shoulders. I was trying to visualize that. This was some work I did with Dr. Zodiac's Moon Rocks. They did a collaboration with Mojave back when I was working with them, and I did the Wanted poster. And here's just Beebosloth ideas. I'd love to not hate myself, but I'm afraid that's impossible at the present time. And also writing down dates is nice too. So you can see this was from about 3 years ago. And so it goes on like that. It's just I have a bunch of ideas in here that I would like to bring to life, because what are ideas for if not bringing them to life? So instead of trying to come up with new stuff all the time, I would like to go back to my notes, because I like my ideas. I think they're kind of fun. This one's good. The Veggie Wedgie, or the Bong Gong, or a derelict automobile casting a thin shadow. I don't know. So, I'm gonna get changed. Oh, I'm wearing one of my favorite shirt again. So go follow this artist on Instagram. It's a great day to be a warrior, all one word. She just re-released this shirt last weekend or 2 weekends ago, I think. So follow, and I'm sure, or I'm not sure, but I hope that she'll re-release this shirt at some point. When I bought this, I actually bought, I think, 2 or 3 of them, so that when this one gets all worn out and just done, I'll just crack open my box of new t-shirts and just grab a new one. Okie dokie. Alright, well, today I'm going to just do a quick one. That might be a common theme coming up, because in the cannabis industry, things get really busy around 420, and 420 is coming up shortly. So I'm going to be a busy guy. So I was thinking that sometimes I might just have to set myself a timer. So I'm just doing a nice quick one here. See how it goes. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's just do a nice tried and true old time favorite. Just skeleton pants. I've said it once, I'll say it 100 times. I think everyone should have at least one picture of a skull in their house. For the reminder, the memento mori. The reminder that any day could be your last. So try to have a good time on this planet. Try to be a decent individual. And skulls are just, well, aesthetically they're beautiful. So why wouldn't you have a nice picture of a skull in your house? Unless you're a coward. In that case, I'm sorry for your loss. Teeth, always counting the teeth. And the back teeth, they kind of look like 2 teeth in one. Alright, that looks fairly fine-ish. I think I made the chin too big as usual. I'm always going ham on that chin. Let's just grab, there we go. So we got a little bit in here. Ooh, yellow. Well, it turned out a little bit like it has a Hitler mustache. That is unfortunate, because otherwise it's a pretty cool looking picture. We'll see if we can't salvage it tomorrow when it dries, and maybe bring out the skull a bit more with the white, and then maybe darken the eyes a bit, make it pop a little more. But that's all we have time for today. I hope you're excited for the updates of what's to come, the character creation, the drawing of the miniatures, of course more skulls. Going to be spontaneous every now and again, and also the bringing of old ideas to life. I'm personally the most excited about that, because a lot of the ideas that I've written down, I completely forgot that I had those ideas. And it's always fun to rediscover old ideas. Man, that is really unfortunate. How interesting. I'm learning so much.